5 days ago, you guys left the material plane for the fiendish prison plane of Carceri. Though these past 5 days have been fraught with constant danger and stress, your party has forged through the challenges with little time to rest. Now you face down the biggest foe you have faced thus far, in hopes of aiding Anubis in his struggle against his very real inner demon. Your party has arrived in the binding site for Vozorath, the shadow demon that sits beneath the sharp mountains of Colothus. As soon as Voz was made aware of Anubis' presence, he inspired and compelled Anubis to fulfill the destiny of freeing him. Anubis broke one of 4 restraints before Emrys and Ember rushed in to restrain him and prevent him from continuing. With Anubis being hostile towards the party, Lawrence dealt a knockout blow to him, and he was quickly hauled away from Voz's vicinity by Dearest. With only one target now to focus on, the rest of your party laid into Vozorath, dealing significant damage and weakening his ability to stay composed in a cohesive form. Eventually, his form completely dissociated, breaking free from his bindings and casting the entire dungeon into darkness. His voice echoes from every corner of the room as shadows creep along the ground, reaching out to each one of you. Just let us leave. You've completed your purpose. Emrys, the initiative is yours.
Oh god.
Oh, have we started off a session like that?
Damn, I can't see anything. Okay, 1 second.
Who turned off all the lights?
We are continuing initiative, and Emrys is at the top.
Is it an action to draw a weapon?
No.
Okay, then I'm gonna draw my Moon Touch Rapier, so I can shed 15 feet of light.
Alright. Everyone's got dark vision. You have 15 feet of bright light now surrounding you.
And 15 feet of dim light.
And 15 feet of dim light. Alrighty.
I'm gonna use it to... Okay, do I still have haste?
Yes, you do. Yeah, no time has passed since last session. You guys still have haste. Yeah.
Does haste impact my movement?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me double check.
Because I think it doubles it.
Yes, it doubles your speed.
Okay.
Just as a reminder, I'll just go over all the bonuses. Double speed, +2 to AC, an advantage on dexterity saving throws, as well as an additional action you can only use to attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use something.
Okay.
But when the spell ends, you will basically have to take a break for a turn. Or, well, you can't move or take actions for a turn after the spell ends.
Is haste concentration?
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't see anything in the middle anymore?
Nope. All of the manacles that were enchanted to bind the shadow demon have broken off and fallen into the abyss below. You see the magical sigil circle has gone dull and dark, and there's no creature in the middle.
I'm gonna use all of my actions to dash.
Okay. Damn.
I don't really think I could do anything else, so that's gonna be it for me.
Alrighty. Emrys, you zoom across the darkened area, leaving a slight blur of light from your sword, kind of like how a sparkler can create like a line in the darkness. Next up, Ember Delight.
Okay, I'm gonna use the eye to cast See Invisibility.
Alright. You reach out, or you, your eye starts to glow with a soft blue light, and you look around. Doesn't seem to be any invisible creatures.
I'm gonna did the eye thing count as an action, or will it just count as?
I think it is an action. Yeah, casting See Invisibility is an action.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Make sure you mark off those charges.
Yep. Okay. Then I'm just gonna move down here a bit, move away from the middle.
All right. Sounds good. You can move 30 feet, so you can move right there. All right. At the end of your turn, the shadows that have been congealing towards you guys slowly will actually dissipate, except for one of them around Emrys. Shadow will appear, take form, coming directly from the ground, in a low rumbling voice. Stay away from him. And is going to use a strength drain attack against you, Emrys. It's going to be a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, I thought so. So you're going to take 18 necrotic damage, and your strength score is reduced by 4. By the way, Ember, I went into your character sheet and manually reduced your strength score.
Okay.
Automatically, yeah. So that's something you can do if you, for Emrys and for anyone else who gets hit by this. If you left-click the number in your strength, not the roll, but the actual number itself, you can add a modifier to it. So Ember, you have a -4 right now. Yep.
I just had it written down on like a separate piece of paper next to my computer.
Yeah, you're all
okay.
good.
This is much better.
Yeah, I thought it would be. Okay.
Can I use Uncanny Dodge to have the...
You can indeed. So, instead, you will only take 9 necrotic damage.
Yeah.
And just as quickly, the shadow is going to disappear. The ground around you is still quite dark, but it doesn't have any form.
Can I get an opportunity attack from that?
You cannot.
Oh, fine.
Ember, is that your turn? I think, yeah, you said it was. Doric, you're up.
Yeah, I would. No.
Let me check something. I forgot, is it a bonus action or an action to drink a potion?
It's a bonus action. Unless you're feeding to someone, then it's an action.
Okay, as a bonus action, I'm going to drink a potion of healing.
Okay.
Alright, that's going to be 2d4. 2 and 2. That'll be 6 healing, damn.
Better than nothing.
And I am going to prepare an action to shoot one of those shadows that appears.
Alright, if a shadow appears, you're going to shoot it. Sounds good. In that case, that's the end of your turn. Are you commanding Dearest to do anything? Oh no, just that was a bonus action. Are you moving?
I'm gonna stay where I am.
Sounds good. In that case, it's Vozorath's turn. You're going to see a shadow appear right there. Take your shot.
Nice.
Question. I think when we killed... So, on my turn, when we killed Vozorath in his earlier form, I gave him Path to the Grave, and I don't think anybody used it.
Correct.
And then I think he also has Guiding Bolt, which should give you advantage.
Guiding Bolt faded because his form split, but Path to Grave is still good.
Okay,
Ooh.
so he's vulnerable to all this damage.
That is going to be a dirty 20.
That hits.
Yippee!
All right. That is going to be... So that's going to be doubled. All right, so that is going to be... 32 piercing damage. Magical.
Magical piercing damage. All right.
And since I hit him, I'm going to use Arcane Jolt on myself to heal myself.
Okay.
And that is going to be 2d6 healing.
Can you use Arcane Jolt on a reaction, or does it have to be on your turn?
Once per turn when you hit a target.
There you go.
6 and 3.
Vozorath's turn is up. It's gonna cast...
Was the thing appearing not his turn?
What?
Oh, I thought the ball appearing was his turn.
The ball?
I think that was a legendary action.
Yeah. Oh, after the one that hit you, Emrys? Yeah, that was a legendary action. He can just attack whenever he wants, really. Yeah. He's gonna cast Darkness.
It's already dark!
And... draw that out. Centered on Anubis. And... yeah. So, Emrys, you are now blinded.
Kinda rude.
And also, I believe your sword gets extinguished.
How does that work? I mean, I understand how it works, but if I step out of the thing, can I see?
Yes. It says, any spell of this area overlaps with an area of light created by a spell of second level or lower. That spell that the light created is dispelled.
Let me look at what 3-Pier says.
It's not a spell, so I guess it could be up to interpretation, but once you step outside, your rapier will be bright again, but...
Okay, that's fine.
yeah. It's powerful demonic darkness, we can say.
Mm-hmm.
And... yeah. Gonna disappear again. Lawrence, you're up.
I can't see anybody in that darkness, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that. That's weird.
Also, I think I remember casting Spiritual Weapon when we fought him last time. That's gone, right?
You're probably right. Let me check. Yeah, you did have Spiritual Weapon up. It's not concentration, is it?
No, it's not.
was right.
And
right there.
if I remember correctly, I cast it at 4th level.
Okay.
Yeah, right
if
around
you,
there.
if you say so. I'll take your word for it.
I guess for now I'll just prepare an action because I can't really see anything.
Alrighty, which action are you preparing?
I'm going to see. You know what? I'm going to, instead of preparing, I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians around myself, which is going to use my concentration at 3rd level. So that'll be up, and I guess I'll move.
What range is Spirit Guardians?
Let me check. 15 feet. Oh wait, they flit around you in a distance of 15 feet for the duration.
15
so I don't know
feet.
if that.
15 feet radius?
I think it's a 15-foot diameter. So yeah, I think it's a 15-foot diameter. So anything within 5 feet of me.
Okay. Let me double check that, because diameters are kind of rare.
It says self 15-foot sphere.
15-foot sphere, then yeah, that's 15-foot radius.
Oh my god, that's so much range.
Yep, there you
Okay, cool. So that's up. I'm gonna move 1, 2. I'll move next to Doric.
go. Alrighty.
And I'll also have my spiritual weapon move up a little bit. Let me see how much movement it has. 20 feet. Oh, you know what? Actually, instead of using my bonus action on that, I'm gonna second wind.
Okay.
1d10 plus 3. Oh, maximum.
Nice.
13 HP healed, and that'll be my turn.
Alrighty, at the end of your turn, no one can see what happens, but, hold on. Roll some dice. Dearest is going to take 20 necrotic damage. And Dearest's strength is reduced by 2.
You leave that guy alone.
Did I say that since I didn't dispense an action to him, he's taking the dodge action? Let me double check that.
Wasn't your action to get him as far, whole Anubis as far away from Voz as possible?
To pull him away, yes, but he is not moving.
It wouldn't matter if he had the dodge action or anything, because he has advantage against attacks in darkness, and I rolled 2. They were both a 22 and a 23, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But if you want to say he's taking the dodge action, that's completely fine. Anubis is on the ground. Emrys, you're up.
You said 20, right?
Yeah. No, 20 necrotic damage.
So the demon just like pops up whenever he feels like it?
Yep.
Damn, okay.
It's all darkness around here.
This is terrible. I'm gonna use my bonus action to summon a tentacle.
Sure thing. Where?
Let's go here. Wait, what's the green thing?
That is Lawrence's spiritual guardians.
Okay, let's put it here then.
Anything else? Are you just standing
I'm so conflicted.
You're in the darkness right now.
You're being so cryptic.
Yeah. Part combat, part combat, part puzzle.
I'm gonna spend an action to attack the air.
Go for it. Give me the attack roll.
Okay. I might as well. Do I get advantage because there's allies near the air?
Well, you're currently blinded, so...
Well, damn.
Unless you want to move and get out of the blindness.
No, it's okay.
All right.
That's gonna... Are there any, like, negatives with the blindness?
You have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Even though air is everywhere? Okay, that's fine. 19?
19 does not hit.
Okay. See, this could just be you bullshitting me about never hitting the air. Or it could actually be something.
Could be. You don't know. All you know is you didn't hit anything when you were flashing through the air.
I'm going to cast Tasha's Caustic Brew.
Where?
What a great
Wait,
question.
Hold on. You made your bonus action with summoning the tentacle, action to slash the air.
I thought I got 2 because of haste. Haste gives me an
That's
action
right.
for
You're right.
attacking.
You're so right.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to move that. Let me just... Oh shit. Why is Owlbear freaking the fuck out? I moved your green circle on accident, Spencer.
Yeah, I got it.
Actually, I'm so sorry.
What?
That haste action, it has to be a one weapon attack only.
Yeah.
That's fine. I just did a weapon attack.
Yeah. You can just say the haste action was...
To the air.
Yeah, it was to the air.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, you're good, you're good. It's still good to know. Shit. Owlbear, please do your job. Jesus. I'm gonna do it in a straight line across the cavern, but so that it's still hitting my part of the circle. Like literally where the ruler is, if you can see it.
Yeah, I can. Right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Shooting off a stream of, what, acid? Now I will say this pillar, this stalagmite, it rises about 10 feet higher than the ground floor here. So you'll have to like kind of shoot at a slight angle.
I will move a single foot out of the darkness.
Okay. You're back out of the darkness, and you can shoot your beam of acid that way. Dex save, right?
Yes.
All right. Doesn't seem to hit anything. Is that your turn?
I'm gonna move back in the darkness.
Okay.
That's gonna be it for my turn.
All
I
right.
have a feeling there's some bullshit in this darkness circle you got going on. Okay, I'm smelling it.
Ember Delight, you're up.
Oh god, okay. Shit.
Bro has literally said you're in the darkness like 3 times, so
The
like
whole
there's
place
no way
is
it's
dark.
not.
You're fighting a shadow demon in the dark.
I can't see anything that goes on in the darkness circles, can I?
No, you can't.
Yeah, so I haven't even seen the demon pop up.
No, you saw me step out, shoot 30 feet of acid, and go back in.
Yeah, but that could just been fun. Oh fuck. I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm gonna, prepare an action.
Uh-huh.
Basically just attack the second I see any kind of demon shape that isn't, one of our demon shapes.
Sure. Sounds good.
And I'm gonna move a bit over here, but I'm gonna stay away from the shadow stuff. And that's
The shadows are everywhere.
the big shadow, so the things I can't see.
The darkness. But yes, the entire ground of this dungeon, it has just become this kind of squirming mass of shadows that kind of move and warp on the ground. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right, at the end of your turn. Dork, you're up.
Okay, well, first off, as a bonus action, I'm gonna like that big shadowy field, so I'm gonna yell at Dearest to run around and avoid the shadows.
Okay.
While carrying Anubis, of course. So basically...
Well, while carrying Anubis. Okay.
Yes. Move around and dodge.
Well, okay, hold on. He's not... so where do you want him to go? You want him to avoid the shadow area, right?
Yes, just run around.
Okay. Run around.
While taking the...
Okay.
Yes. Run around, take the dodge action.
Okay.
He's smart. He'll understand.
Run around within the shadow or get out of the shadow?
Get out of the shadow.
You keep saying run around, and that means like running in a circle to me.
No. Run around the area.
Okay. As he...
The arena.
2 laps.
Gotcha, I see, gotcha. As he picks up Anubis and tries to leave, opportunity attack.
He is
I
taking
knew
the
it.
dodge action.
Yeah, that's fine. Still 26 to hit. Advantage and disadvantage cancel out, so it's just a straight roll. Oh, shit, sorry, I rolled damage. 19 necrotic damage, and his strength is reduced by another 3.
No!
You hear a rumble in the cavern. Bring him back. I'm not done.
Just double checking. Each time he gets hit, he loses how much strength?
This time it was 3.
Okay, because I'm just realizing that I don't have that modifier customization for
Yeah,
Dearest.
that's fine. Just keep track of it. If he uses a spell and a strength attack, you're gonna have to recalculate that, and if he gets to 0, he dies. But what are you doing for your action?
For my action, I'm gonna prepare another gunshot for
All right.
Voss, for any of his shadows.
Alrighty. Let's see. Voz's turn. Shadow is gonna pop up. Right here. So, Ember and Doric, I think you both had things prepared.
Yep.
Go ahead and do that.
I cast the clouds of daggers right on top of him.
Okay. Gotcha.
And
What is that? Deck save?
well, basically, you fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube of 5 feet on each side.
Uh-huh.
10 on the point you choose within range. And the creature takes 64 damage. 64 damage, not 64. Damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time. On a turn or starts its turn there. So yeah.
I guess, yeah, it would start its...
Yeah,
Well-
it's starting its turn there.
Its turn started when it decided to appear.
And then because I have prepared action, it still appears there.
I'll
So
let you have it.
technically-
I'll let you have it. Alright, roll that damage.
Thank you. And it stays there, so... Okay. That
Right.
is 13 slashing damage.
Alrighty, and Doric. Your action.
Another 20 for a total of 32.
32. Damn. Okay. Well, first up...
To roll damage.
What?
Can I roll damage?
Oh, I thought 32 was the damage.
No, that was...
Sorry, yes,
No,
go ahead
that
and roll,
was-
go ahead and roll damage. That was my bad.
That was a nat 20 for a total of 32 to hit.
Okay, yeah, 32 definitely hits. Roll 3d12 plus whatever your mod is.
This'll take a second. I need to do some math.
This is horrifying.
That is going to be a total of 34 magical piercing.
Damn. Okay. The bullet rips through the shadow, the magical effect kind of peeling away from it and blowing a hole in the shadow form. The shadow is going to cast Circle of Death, 60-foot radius circle, which is going to be centered here. And is going to
AoE.
get...
Oh, thank God. Anyway. Aww.
Yeah, it's going to get all three of you, and I need all three of you to make... sorry, Emrys, Lawrence, and Doric give me Constitution saving throws.
What the hell? Does this count as an ability check?
No, it's just a saving throw.
That's
God.
22 for me.
That succeeds.
11?
That fails.
It's a 19 for me.
That succeeds, just barely. Alright, so everyone is going to take... That was a loud roll. Everyone takes 26... sorry, Emrys, you take 26 necrotic damage. Lawrence, you take 13 necrotic damage. And Doric, you take 6 necrotic damage.
Are you applying the resistance for my armor?
Correct,
Guessing?
yes. Yes.
This is not good.
Alrighty. And with that, the shadow is going to disappear. Lawrence, you're up.
I want to see what happens if I move to where it was. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 10 feet movement. That should put him... If he was in that same spot, he would be hit by my Spirit Guardians, right?
If he stayed there, yep.
Then I assume he's probably not there. I guess I'll just keep on moving. 2, 3, 4. And I'll take my bonus action. I'll command my spiritual weapon to come with me. Up to 20 feet. 1, 2, 4. And I'll prepare a sacred flame the next time I see him.
Okay. At the end of your turn, legendary action. Sensing death approaching. This Emrys, that's going to be a 21 to hit.
No! Shit, yes.
Take 19 necrotic damage.
I need to have it.
You need to, yeah, you do need to have it. That's still half of 19 is 9. And your strength score is reduced by 4.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm at -1 hit point, and my strength is at -1.
Alright. So, Emrys. In the darkness, the shadows kind of swirl around you. You're completely blind, but you feel this cold, draining sensation take over your body. And then it kind of coils itself around your torso, underneath your underarms, around your neck, and then into your ear and says, "I'm so glad you're dead now. You were such a pain in the ass." And you fall dead.
Can I pitch one swan song?
Maybe.
Can I throw the coin of solemnity to Patron?
You can't see him.
Oh, damn, that's so true. Never mind. I guess it'll be in my outstretched hand very dramatically on the ground.
Would Doric feel the haste be dropped?
It's concentration, right?
Yes, it is.
I'll say yes. Yeah, you feel the tether that was sustaining this magical force snap at the other end. Lawrence, you just went, right?
Yeah.
Ember, you're up.
Yeah. I mean,
Wait,
I see.
You said Emers's strength dropped below 0 there, right?
Correct.
So does that mean we can't even revive him with like magic or healing anymore?
You have no idea.
Oh.
I don't think you guys know that I'm dead either, which is
No, we can't see you. That was
really,
that's like
really
in the
bad.
fucking darkness circle. Shitting fucking fuck. Okay. It feels bad. Like like not really have anything to do with my turn because I could help you, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, I understand. I know what you mean.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna spend my turn. I'm gonna use my action to activate my dagger of venom, which means I coat my dagger in a thick layer of venom, which is acid venom, poison. Poison, yeah. Which is then gonna give me some extra damage later. And yeah, end of my turn.
Okay. Doric, you're up.
Well... Sorry, I'm a little overwhelmed with voices right now. Well, first off, I will yell to Lawrence, something just happened, get to Empress.
What else are you doing?
I'm sorry, I'm just a little overwhelmed right now, so I'm just trying to figure that out.
Oh, and just for the sake of fun, we'll say the killing blow was through your chest, grasping your heart and squeezing it to death.
What the hell? Yeah, you know what? It was actually straight through the, like, freshly scarified, mushroomified part Anubis healed. Just to, like, ruin everyone's evening.
I don't like the term mushroomified. Please retract.
Shroomified?
Worse.
Shroomized?
I guess I'll just prepare another gun attack.
Alrighty.
And I guess that's the end of my turn.
Vozorath is going to appear once again next to you, Lawrence. Kind of surprising you, pretty much right in front of you.
I have several reactions that are going off.
And me.
Okay.
So first, because he's appearing inside of the Spirit Guardians, I need a what save? Wisdom save.
Okay. Not super good at those. 13.
That's a fail. Nice. He takes some radiant damage. 18. Oh, that's good.
Oof.
All right, so 18 radiant damage from the Spirit Guardians.
Radiant. Okay, so doubled to 30.
Fuck yes.
18. 36, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Woof. Okay, not looking too good.
Okay.
What form do you Spirit Guardians take, by the way, if you wanted to flavor it?
I say they're kind of like these like light enveloped kind of like humanoid figures that are kind of moving around me.
Okay, gotcha. They just, as they spin and get near to the shadowy form, they speed up and just rip through the form, tearing out pieces of shadow as they emerge. Doric.
Also, as soon as I see him, I'm going to use my reaction to Sacred Flame him.
Okay.
So I need a dex save.
He's pretty damn good at those. 18.
That's a success.
Yeah. Doric?
21.
21 to hit. That hits.
That'll be 10 magical piercing.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm also going to add a Archangel to that.
All right.
That'll be 8 force damage as well.
Okay. For his turn, he's going to reach out to you, Lawrence, and 2 strength drain attacks against you. 23 to hit and 18 to hit.
18 just barely misses.
Okay, 1 hit. So you're going to take a total of 24 necrotic damage, and your strength is reduced by 2.
How do I reduce my strength again?
Just click on the number below the roll button on your strength, and there's a modifier there.
Gotcha.
It says other modifier.
And you said -2, -3?
-2.
Okay.
Alright. Lawrence, you're up. Interestingly enough, the shadow does not dissipate.
Oh, interesting.
Let's get him, boys.
Wait a minute. I have a weird thing that I can try out. I'm looking. I'm reading through the description of Spirit Guardians to see if this would technically work. Give me a second. Okay. It doesn't seem like if I run out of range of my Spirit Guardians... Sorry, that's a really loud fucking car.
Damn, yeah.
It seems like if I run out of the range of my Spirit Guardians and then run back in, it won't hit him again, right?
No.
No, this is a new turn.
Hold on. When you cast the spell... Affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters its turn for the first time or starts its turn there... Yeah, nothing happens on your turn.
Its turn, and now it's my turn, so it's a new turn.
Right, but it's... So when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there. So it's not entering the area for the first time because it's already there.
No, but if I walk out of it,
Yeah.
so that it's not in the range anymore, and then I walk back in, then it's entering this for the first time in this round, like in this.
I've always seen it as when a creature enters the area, meaning when the creature willingly moves into it.
Okay. All right.
I will double check that for you.
I would say my friend Baldur's Gate did this with Spiritual Guardian, and it was able to reproc in that.
That's why I'm thinking of it.
Yeah.
I will double check for you.
I can get this to proc again, and that's huge, huge damage.
This is one of those tricky areas where the wording is unclear enough that it's been written up in the Sage's Advice Compendium. This is specifically for Moonbeam, but it does... I assume it's... Our design intent for such spells is this. If a creature enters the area of effect when the creature... A creature enters the area of effect when a creature passes into it. Creating the area of effect on the creature or moving it onto the creature doesn't count.
So then it will not.
Yeah,
it will not.
It wouldn't.
Again. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, because
that'd
be, I think, pretty powerful.
It is very powerful. That's why Shadowheart was very strong in my save.
Oh.
That makes sense, because you'd be able to proc damage, removing,
It's so useful.
5
you can
feet a
hit
few times.
5 different targets in the same turn.
Oh my god, yeah, you could just trace a path and, outline...
You could just run right through them, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I've always kind of envisioned this spell as, a defensive spell, rather than an offensive one, so... Yeah, I don't know.
It's already such a good spell, I think any kind of,
Buff
a nerf is fine.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to use my action, Sacred Flame. I need a dex save.
Dex save, you got it. It's going to be a 29.
Damn. And then I'll bonus action Spiritual Weapon. So I'm gonna see if that hits. Ooh, nice. 27.
That hits.
So that's gonna be increases by 1d8 for every 2 slots above second, so 2d8 plus 4. 9 radiant damage.
Doubled to 18. Alright.
Okay. Oh, sorry, not radiant, force damage.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let's action. And then I'm gonna move as much as my movement will allow me. I can't step around this way, right? Is there room?
You could certainly try. It's going to be riskier than going the other way.
Okay, let me do math.
Yeah, you might have to... Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's not worth the risk. So I'm gonna here. So I'm gonna take an attack of opportunity.
Yep. It's going to be a 23 to hit. That hits, so you're going to take 17 necrotic damage, and your strength is going to be reduced by 3.
Oh my god.
What's your strength
What's
at?
it at right now?
I'm so close to being absolutely screwed.
Yeah, and if
Are
you
you
die,
There goes our revive.
yeah.
However,
Heal yourself, please.
well, so here's the thing. It's not that I'm close to being dead, it's that I'm close to being half HP. Literally, I'm one hit point away from being half HP, and as soon as I get half HP, I need to start rolling to not become a were hyena.
Currently, you are at half HP.
65.
131 divided by 2 is 65
Oh
and
my
a half.
god, I did math wrong. So I do need to start rolling.
Well, potentially. We'll get back. We'll get to that on the start of your next turn, I guess.
That'll be my turn then.
Alrighty.
Oh, what I need to take on arm? Oh, sorry, that already happened.
Ready. Ember Delight, you're up.
I'm gonna step in and I'm gonna stab.
All right, give me an attack roll.
Nat 20, motherfucker. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Great. So that's doubling all the dice, including the poison dice. Well,
that was really sinister. I'm sorry about that.
I would like to share a little tidbit of information that's probably going to kill your vibe, but he is immune to poison.
I still get damage and fuck, I don't even get sneak attack. God damn it.
Even though he's vulnerable to all damage because of that one thing, or is that gone?
No, that's gone. That's way gone.
Okay.
Alright, well.
Yeah, so double, I think it's like 2d4 plus your dex mod.
Yeah.
That's so fucked up. You don't get sneak attack.
You shouldn't have, well, you should have moved. You're low health, but still. Okay, well, that's, 14 damage.
That's still pretty good. It's magical, right?
Yeah.
Looking pretty bad. Is that your turn?
Wait, no, I'm then gonna use the Nick thing where I can, do a double weapon with knives.
Yeah, do it. That's
also sneak. Wait, no, that's not good. That's normal.
Yeah, just normal.
19 to hit?
19 just barely hits.
Yeah. That's gonna be 5 damage.
Righty.
In bonus action, disengage and get the fuck out of there.
Okay. Alrighty. At the end of your turn, legendary action. Another one appears.
Oh, god damn it.
And gonna make an attack roll against Dearest.
So since this new one is entering the range of Spirit Guardians, does it need to roll to try to get
Yes. Yeah, you're right. It does indeed. So 21 to hit Dearest, and that's a wisdom save, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That is a 13 wisdom save.
Fuck yes. Okay, more Spirit Guardian then.
21 hits Dearest. Dearest is going to take a total of 24 necrotic damage and
Jesus Christ.
1 strength
Well,
reduction.
he's down.
All right.
And Vaz takes 10 double to 20 radiant damage.
Okay. Doric.
It's a good sound. I like it when the DM makes that sound. It's good boss.
Doric, you're up.
Oh boy, do I have a turn?
Good. I like that. That's a good sound too.
Can I see him from here?
No.
Oh, wait. You know what? They're all Voss, so I'm gonna target the one that's still standing there.
The one down here?
Yes.
Okay.
As a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Branding Smite,
Okay.
and I'm gonna spend 2 grit points. Make a gun attack.
Okay.
Does a 27 hit?
27 hits.
Alright. This is gonna take a moment.
Okay.
So, DM,
Yeah.
how would the private rolling How's it been going?
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. It's been rolling though, right? It's rolling?
You're not making death saves. You're dead.
Oh.
Yeah,
That is going to be.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you're instantly dead.
That's what
Oh,
Zero's
wow.
doing.
Yeah, no, you're no longer alive with us, unfortunately.
Sorry, how much damage was that?
26 magical piercing. That's the first part.
Okay.
And then that is going to be 6 radiant damage.
Okay, double to 12.
And also
And you just destroy this. You just destroy it.
oh, it's destroyed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can I move in
the rest?
between attacks?
Yeah, you can.
Well, actually,
You don't have another attack though.
yeah, I do.
Okay, yeah, you can move.
Action surge.
Ah.
All right, let me
All
mark
right.
that off.
This vase has 3/4 cover.
Even from here?
Yeah, because Lawrence is in the way, and he's more than half covered with darkness.
Oh, well, it'll work out. All right, I'm going to use another 2 grit to make this another violent shot.
Okay.
All right, I'm rolling.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's another 27.
That hits.
That is going to be 29 magical piercing.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Good.
Doric is angry. And you know what? Since that hit, I'm going to use another Archangel.
Okay.
That is going to be 8 force damage.
Well,
That's the end of my turn.
okay. I will say, as you finish your turn, and you've completely, your gun is smoking and glowing with a dull red glow. The bullets rip through this Vozorath and shred him down to a third the size he was before, and he spits out in your face, "I'm not going alone." And he seeps into Anubis and disappears.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah,
So
He's
another
starting
thing.
his turn in Spirit Guardians.
he is. Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
There's another thing, DM.
Is there?
Anubis is currently drenched in holy water.
That's true. Wisdom save of 18.
Alright, that's a success, but he still takes half damage.
Okay.
So that's going to be, I'll just count it like he's not vulnerable. So that's going to be 10 radiant.
10 radiant. Okay. He's got... Holy Water. That's going to be a saving throw to prevent possession. So, say, what would that be? I guess it'd probably just be a charisma check. Charisma check, I think. Are there actual mechanics for Holy Water?
I mean, okay, so I'll just read you out what Holy Water says in D&D Beyond.
I'm looking at it now. Don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, ranged attack against target creature, Holy Water. So I will say, Voz has no HP left. What's holding him on is the fact that Anubis is alive. There's a tether between Anubis and Voz right now that you can visibly see. That is literally the only thing holding Voz alive right now. So I will do. Give me, you know what? Probably, but give me a religion check, religion or investigation check, regardless.
Could it be spirituality?
No. Spirituality is specifically related to you and your deities.
Okay. You said religion or investigation. They're both +1, and I rolled a 6. So, oh, but I do have bardic inspiration.
You could do that. I mean, it'd just be more knowledge for you.
What die is bardic inspiration?
A D8.
1d8. Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna do it. Alright, so that takes it up to an 11. Still not very good.
Yeah, I will say you do notice this tether between the two of them. Kind of pulling out of Anubis's chest, and you can see it pulse with energy as it feeds energy to this shadow demon. However, you do notice the rest of the area around has begun to get lighter and lighter. Vozorath takes his turn. Charisma check. That's a natural 20. 27. I swear to God, the dice... They know the story.
I have a weird question.
Sure.
Since I was the one who cast Spare the Dying to keep Anubis from dying,
Yep.
it's not a concentration spell or anything, but would I have the control to basically like reverse that?
No, if it was concentration, then yeah, but you've you don't really have a connection to that spell anymore.
Okay.
You'd have to kill me yourself, you coward.
That's not a reversal spell. Stab.
Doesn't matter. Vozorath seeps into Anubis and completely disappears. You watch as Anubis's body shudders, and Anubis, give me a charisma saving throw.
Okay. My first roll of the session. Let's go.
Would I be able
Better
to
make it
give
count.
Flash of Genius for this?
You don't know this is happening.
Oh, 18.
Okay. Alrighty. Good. You're not instantly consumed. Lawrence, what are you doing?
Okay, so Voz is inside.
Oh, by the
Anubis.
way, the darkness drops.
Okay, nice.
And you see...
Do we all see a dead little kobold?
Yeah, you do see a dead little kobold.
Sorry.
I'm not little. I'm not little.
Sorry, we see a dead,
Not
very
that
tall
white.
for kobold.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Anubis is So Voz is inside Anubis.
Voz is completely gone. The entire area has gotten much brighter, back to what it was before. Yeah. Other than that, you don't really know what's going on.
I don't like that. But I'm gonna run over and I'm gonna try to revive Emrys anyway.
Okay. You're immediately getting to the revival stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Then in that case, what is everyone else doing? Ember and Doric, really, I guess, the only two.
Do we need to assist in that?
You will indeed.
Also, was there was no indication that was kind of seeped into Anubis, was there?
There was. Since you were literally right next to it, Ember, you definitely saw it.
I motioned Doric over, making sure that's just Doric.
What was
And
it? Yeah,
we want to do in turn base, or can we do a bit more fluid?
we're out of turn base.
All right, I called Doric over.
Yeah.
And as he appears, I just kind of go, boss is inside him. He got back in. Or you and I, we made a deal, right? We agreed on what to do if this happened.
We did. You've seen enough death. I'm used to it. Why don't you go and help Emrys?
Do I hear this conversation happening?
I'll say yes.
Try
you
to
do.
make sure you. Oh, got it. Yeah.
If you are trying to be quiet, yeah, you can.
I'm whispering. I don't know about Doric.
Lawrence is definitely less focused on background conversation.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
more focused
So
on
yeah,
getting
Lawrence, you probably
Emrys
don't
out of
hear
the
it.
way.
Ember's pretty good at whispering. You're in pretty loud armor, and you're jangling through all your pouches, getting diamonds and such. Yeah, you don't hear this.
Doric,
Which,
are you sure?
wait, he had his like coin thing. Was that for revival?
For Spare the Dying.
Okay, gotcha. Then yeah, I'm getting those diamonds.
Look at Doric. Doric, are you sure? Can you take this on your conscience?
Ember, I've taken enough lives, both foul and innocent.
Do you want to add to that?
This is the path
Really?
I've already chosen.
Doesn't mean it needs to. You need to add to it. You do. You've done enough. I think. My soul isn't exactly clean, but I can handle this more. You give yourself a little kindness and don't let me do this.
Are you really sure?
Go help him. Go help get the Emrys up. Only one of us need to die today. Go.
I will look
Serious.
at Ember, but right before I rush over to Lawrence, I'm gonna lean down and whisper something into Anubis's ear, and then I'm going to run over to Emrys. I'm gonna send a message to the DM.
Okay. Lawrence, you're preparing Revivify.
Yes. Which, if it means anything, it says it takes 1 action.
Yep. You can, yeah, you can cast it as an action, or you can spend, if you guys want, optionally, you can do a more involved ritual for Emrys. Just like we
Yes,
did when we
if that-
revived Ember.
Yeah, if that doesn't cost any more diamonds and it doesn't use any more spell
No.
slots, then yes.
No, it doesn't. Yeah.
Okay. We do that, I'll get rid of 300 gold worth of my diamonds.
So, you trace the circle around Emrys's body and begin to chant the short phrases that ignite this circle and flare it to life. The lifeless body of Emrys floats up, suspended. What is the first offering?
Oh, right, we need to choose items, right?
Yorick is going to hold out the last word in front of him and speak. This rifle was once used to take your own life. With it, I will fight for yours.
The rifle lifts out of your hands and slowly orbits above Emrys's body.
We need 3, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna just make sure Anubis is secure. We can step in. And is you ready for the second one, or?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I pull out one of the bottles of wine we took from Emrys's dad's wine cellar.
Aw.
I hold it out. This is... Well, it's a small way we try to reclaim that shitty childhood we had. Shitty childhood we both had in that terrible town. And it was when I realized that maybe you weren't a terrible person. Maybe we were both just terrified kids who grew up in the worst city in the world. Please don't let me be the only one with that kind of trauma. Don't leave me with that. I give the bottle.
And just like the gun, the bottle floats out of your hands and orbits with it.
And for my item, I will take out from my pack the continental map of Espa that we got all the way back in Giroc.
Wow. Yeah.
Dang.
That's a
And I'll
pull.
say, we've been on this damn journey together this whole time. We're different people now. We grew together and we're gonna keep growing, goddammit. And he's gonna place it on his chest.
The 3 items float and spin, and then they lock into place, hovering above Emrys in a sort of triangle formation. And the runes flash, beams of light streak up, focused through the items, and then funnel down into Emrys's chest. Emrys, I will see you in whispers.
Yeah, okay. See ya.
I've been there too. Good luck, buddy. Good luck.
Fine.
Alright. So,
Woo!
you've stepped You stepped forward into the sphere of darkness, not knowing what you would find, and perhaps it was too much for you. The shadow claimed your body, spiraled up, taunted you, and then wrapped its dark, necrotic energy around your heart and crushed it. You're alive for a couple of seconds after this event, this trauma. You fall to the ground, you hit your head on the rock, and you hear muffled screams. One voice cuts through. It's Doric calling for help for you. You know it's not going to get there quick enough. You think back to how your dad wanted you dead and paid all this money for an assassin to come out and kill you, which you handedly survived, and yet this was your own choice that led to your demise. You slip away and close your eyes. And when you open them again, you feel surrounded by cold, cold water. There's no light, just the heavy, heavy pressure squeezing your entire body all around, yet you feel comforted somehow. This would be stressful for anyone, but you've been here before. You're familiar with these waters, and you know that a very intriguing jellyfish inhabits here.
Yay!
You settle in the water, floating, suspended by nothing. And slowly floating up in front of you, the ginormous form of Bringer appears. Back so soon? It speaks in your mind.
I've made better decisions. I'll give you that.
Well, what now?
I was honestly hoping you would answer that question. I mean, I've courted death, what, 4, 5, 6 times now? I'm not dipping my toes in the water anymore.
No, you're not. And you're one of the first people to actually come see me. Not just in death, but in life as well. Sure, people used to talk about me, but I've never talked with someone like you before. What do you feel right now?
Would it be bad to say nothing? I mean, I didn't want to die, that's obvious. I think some part of me knew there wasn't many ways this whole thing could go. But
there's no bad way to feel it. Death comes for everyone, especially the ones who thrust themselves into chaos and battle as yourself, and who are determined to see it through. But I have a feeling that your time will not be spent here eternally.
I do feel a bit disappointed.
What is that?
I don't know. It's like there could always be more. I could always be doing more. Things could be happening better or a certain way, but I mean, I suppose it's not really my choice. It would really suck to leave everyone behind.
That is a slightly foolish way of seeing everything. That there is always one step more to take. That you must take. There are people burn themselves at both ends in pursuit of what they say is determination, but I see through it. They're fools. Self-harming and self-destructive fools. And the people that used to talk to me, well, they didn't call me the caller of fools for no reason.
Sometimes I feel like the only good person sometimes is a fool. It's not something many would take pride in. How a year ago I would certainly not be happy being called such, but if my biggest folly in life was hoping too much or pushing myself past what was realistic, I could die with that.
It's a fine line between being foolish, as we have described, and simply being determined to push through. I used to know much, much more about that, but the memories are fading. There are people...
I suppose
There are people that I represent. Sailors, miners, travelers. Those who push on, perhaps past their boundaries. Oftentimes, there is great reward to be had by pushing past. However, that balance needs to be met, or else, well, you know what happens.
I think I see what you're saying. I'm not sure how much you have seen from before we've met, but ever since I left Tano, I have found a sort of comfort in being, I guess reckless is just the only word for it.
Recklessness is dangerous, which you know.
Yes.
You need people around you to keep that reined in, lest you fall and there's no one that will be able to save you. You get the sense that Bringer kind of looks down. And as you kind of do too, you start to see a small gold or lime green, more greenish slit that is beginning to open up in the pool of water below you, illuminating the area around you.
I've taken, or if you want to be generous, received a lot from the people around me.
That is clear.
Including you, Bringer. I thank you for that, regardless of my actions.
This should be taken as a lesson. Like I said, very, very few people get to talk to me in this way. I assume you are going to return. You have this choice. Not many people believe it, but the dead do still have free will. You could stay here, or you could return to the material plane, or from wherever you have perished.
I'd like to go back. Whatever earthly toll that takes.
The toll is not as what you would expect. The people of the material plane have been quite inventive with their magic. Make an insight check for me.
I would love to. Oh damn, this is such a bad roll. Let me find my modifier. 2.
Alright. Simple, powerful arcana and will is all it normally takes. It is your decision. I hope you made the right one.
Thank you.
You'll begin to slowly fall down through the water column again. And the green opening splits. It was just a small, very shimmering, thin line that eventually splits open to a kind of like an ellipse. And it shimmers with gray-green magic, and as you get closer, you start to hear the muffled voices of Doric and Ember and Lawrence. You slip through the veil, leaving Bringer behind. I'll bring you back to the rest of the party.
Next arc as well is just the bathing arc. We need to get all the fucking hell smell out.
Alright. As you complete your ritual, the energy lances into Emrys's chest, and for a moment it looks like there is no effect, but suddenly, Emrys coughs and gasps and sputters, vomiting up a not insignificant amount of salt water onto the ground before returning with 1 hit point.
What's my strength at?
Your strength is at 1.
Hey, we fucking take it.
Dork is going to hang on, let me check something. Dork is gonna just say, "Oh, thank the spirits," and he is going to take his hammer and cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Okay. Roll that damage. And Ember, what did you do with Anubis?
Nothing yet, just made sure. Was he already restrained?
That is 15 healing for you, Emrys.
Emrys, you take 15 points of healing.
Lawrence will also do 1 healing word on Emrys and 1 healing word on himself.
Healing word or Cure Wounds?
Healing word.
Okay.
I do not have Cure Wounds on me.
Alright.
But after healing him, Dork is gonna just trying to help Emrys up a little bit, make sure he's okay. And, you know, he's gonna hug Emrys.
Lawrence will also hug Emrys. Oh, and also my healing word heals 8 HP for you.
All right, while you are doing that, Lily, I would like to take you into the Whispers channel.
Motherfucker.
I'm gonna take you for a ride.
So, you were knocked out quite early in the fight by Lawrence, and how you feel about that is probably complex. You haven't passed on just yet. You're still very much, at that time you were still very much just kind of like asleep, not really sure of what was going on, passing in and out of consciousness. However, at some point you get picked up and you can't really move your body. You get taken somewhere very quickly, and then you hear lots of screaming. You hear Lawrence running past you and Ember, and at some point you feel this strong tether in your chest that is just tugging, like it's pulling on your rib cage, siphoning life force from you into Voz, and you feel this strong connection. And then soon after, you feel a cold, cold sensation take hold of your body. Voz has replanted himself within you. However, this feels different than before. This feels deeper, more forceful, and far more effective. And
Than when I was young?
way more than when you were young.
Oh.
When you were young, this felt simply just like a kind of itch in the back of your mind. It was, from what you gather at this point now, a tiny piece of Vozorath that had just potentially somehow gotten to the material plane or summoned, and was simply a fraction of his power. Your friends, you assume, from what you can tell, have been fighting Vozorath with utmost ferocity and have brought him down to a level where he's a fraction of his full form, but still that full form has just invaded your soul. And as you kind of crack your eyes open, you notice that you're no longer in this cavern of Vozorath. You are on an ocean. There are a crisscross of blue-white threads filling the sky above you. Just wrapping and weaving like a huge kind of spaghetti mix. And you are treading water. And there is a heavy weight at your feet, trying to pull you under. And it's taking all of your effort and all of your memories with swimming with Lawrence to just stay afloat. And the weight speaks to you and says, "I'm not going alone. I'm either staying with you, or we both die."
What do you even have to gain by staying with me? What do I have to gain with staying with you?
You
We're
get
both
to stay
miserable people.
alive and stay powerful.
But will I just stay a threat? I can't have you ruining my life all the time. We would have to find a way to thrive.
I've gotten what I wanted. I'm free. If I can live in you, rather than being chained here, I will gladly take that. I'm not the one to...
Or living through me. Who knows how long I'll even be conscious with you here. Last time, anytime I felt anything, you tried to take over to control. Now, if I just feel hungry, are you going to possess me and wipe out the whole tavern?
This is different now, isn't it? You can feel it. It's not in your head anymore, it's in your chest. I don't know what this means.
If
But
I try to... Oh, go ahead.
You have one choice.
Anubis will just close his eyes and take a deep breath. And imagine all the people he's hurt. All, that old lady in, I don't remember the town, Goldbrink?
Mm-hmm.
Try to think of his parents. And lastly, the party of just the only people that have reached out and helped.
Hard work is done.
I'm so fucking internally conflicted now. Okay. Well, I lost the 50. I didn't lose the 50-50. I had to flip a coin. I'm like, I literally have no idea. Anubis will look down and clench his fist very tightly, and then look down through the water and say, let's see what we can do.
Excellent choice. And you open your soul up willingly to the weight of Vozorath at your ankle. It shoots up your leg into your chest, and your soul feels... It's a hard way to describe it, but you don't feel that uncomfortable. You feel confident. You feel different. You feel more powerful, and you feel like... You feel what Voz has felt. The emotions merge together into a single soul, a single being, immutable and inseparable from this point forward. There is a comfort in this, similar to the feeling similar to the feeling when you were stepping up to Voz's circle in this dungeon and feeling slight euphoria about not having to constantly fight him. This is less of an intrusion and more of a firm handshake. Where it goes, I guess we'll see. But Anubis, you've made your decision, and you're able to swim better than you ever have to a...
I can feel excited about it.
A little
I can
bit.
I can feel fun. Do I feel like whimsical? Like, do I feel that kind of like
not
free rush? Am I allowed to feel that, or am I muted like that?
Whimsical is not the adjective, but you do feel eagerness, I think is probably the best way.
Yeah.
Eagerness, however, it's definitely... You definitely feel different. What was your alignment before this? Did you even have an alignment?
If I did, it had to be probably neutral, like good neutral? I really not. I did not mean
if
to
it
roll
was,
a d20,
we'll
but
say
I got a 1.
alignment's
That's
not
gonna
super,
freak out the rest of the party.
alignment's not important really at all. I was just saying if you were probably good aligned, you're probably now chaotic neutral aligned now. So you definitely you feel like you are more inclined to do more chaotic things and not be as good, but you're not conflicted about not being good anymore, if that makes sense. Like, it's like your brain has just been completely rewired. You're not even really considering the fact that, oh, I used to be good, but now I'm neutral. That's a bad thing. It's just like, this is me now, right?
Yeah, this is the natural progression of how it is, yeah.
Right, because this is what Voz feels like, and you're together now. So, I will bring you back.
I do.
Unless you want to do anything else.
If I wake up, I would say if I wake up, if you're like in the way of describing it, I just want Anubis to be like completely still and just like open his eyes. Like that's just like not even like restful, like like I want him to just open his eyes very calmly and like just like look straight up.
Sure. Any specific description of what Anubis looks like? Any changes or anything? Because congratulations, buddy, you're now a shadow sorcerer.
Really?
If you want to be one.
Oh, let's go! I do. Yeah, I'd be down to get him in there. Yeah.
Yeah. This is your first level of shadow sorcerer.
Oh, sick.
Any way you want to describe that? I can describe it for you, or you can describe it to the party when we come back.
I know there's like really cool descriptors in like the rule book for Shadow Sorcerer of like what your cool quirk is. Okay, cool. I'm like, I remember those are sick as fuck. I know there's like one that your heart doesn't beat like, or like your heart beats like once a minute or something like that. I'm like, these are cool.
So some of the quirks that you can get are you're icy cold to the touch. You don't breathe when you sleep. You barely bleed. Your heart beats once a minute. You have trouble remembering that living creatures and corpses should be treated differently. He already does that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Or you blinked.
Borderline on that. I think it's gonna get worse.
Or you blinked like once a week.
I'm gonna go with. Yeah, I'm already very necromancy, blurring the lines. So I'll just definitely go with like he's ice cold to the like icy cold to the touch. I like that one.
Sure. All right, then let's go back to the party.
What you did? Look what you did.
Didn't even get to talking about what our characters' personas were.
So, you guys have successfully revived Emrys. What are you doing now?
I think we're turning our attention to Anubis, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So, who's doing what?
All right, wait. So, just so we're all on the same page here, I'm pretty certain Voz just went into Anubis and is possessing him.
He did. Saw it firsthand.
Can I have anyone who's looking at Anubis just give me kind of like a, I guess, investigation check?
I would love to.
Oh, that's so
Yes.
bad. 3.
Can I make it a perception check instead?
Sure.
26.
Thank you. Cool.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
22.
All right. So as you all kind of get near Anubis, he's laying on the ground, almost surrounded by the broken pieces of Dearest, lying on his back, kind of limbs splayed out, and the thing that catches all of your attention is his eyes are open, unblinking and staring right up. And then they twitch, and they look at you, Lawrence. And they look at you, Ember.
Oh.
And Emrys and Doric, all unblinking.
Wow.
Doric will take out his gun.
You hear a soft kind of escapement of air come out of Anubis's mouth.
That was exhausting.
Does it seem like it's Anubis talking?
It's
Or
his,
is it Vaz?
It's his voice.
Dork will still put up his gun. How are you
Who we
alive?
talking to right now? Yeah, that's true.
I heard, how are you alive? What was the second question?
Who are we talking to?
I always assumed that he just shakes his head. Vaz's intentions, I thought, were always to just be violent and cause chaos. But all that we wanted was to be free. And you see his fingers start to move a little bit. You just kind of like stretching almost, like just kind of like just stirring a little.
What do you mean we wanted? Who are we?
Myself, I'm no longer possessed. I don't have Buzz taking over my mind.
I want to insight check that.
Yeah, go for it. Give me an insight
Same
check.
here.
Modified 20.
Emrys?
Yeah, I got a 10.
Alright. Anubis, give me either a deception or persuasion. Don't tell which one, though.
You got it. Nat one.
Lawrence and Emrys. He's not possessed.
Lawrence, isn't there any sort of magic you can do to see if there's anything?
Fiends. I can sense undead, but that's it. But
What about truth magic?
I don't think I have any prepared. But I do still have a little bit of holy water. I hate to make you do this, Anubis, but you know how dangerous Voz is. We need to make sure he's gone, that he's not still in you.
I made a choice, everyone. I was at a sink or swim situation. I was to either let both of us drown for good, or become something greater than before. Like he was saying when we got here, that sensation, that elation of not having to constantly fight this invasion in my mind, it's gone. It's completely gone. And he smiles. It's like not having a headache for the first time in my whole life. I am my own new being. I am not necessarily just Anubis, but I can assure you that I am not just Vozorath. And he'll start to sit up slowly, looking at everyone, make sure that no one pulls a knife to his throat or something.
I pull a knife to his throat.
Jesus Christ.
I don't
Thought
stop
that was
him.
too good not to do. So you're doing what was wanted in the whole time. This was his plan. This is what he wanted, and you just did it.
His plan was to be free, and we broke him free anyways. He's now, he said he already has what he wanted. This was my deal. This is what I wanted. Now I have control over my life. I don't have him dictating my moves. I don't have him dictating what emotions I can and can't feel safely.
How do you know that? How do you know he's not in there? How do you know he didn't strike a bad deal?
How do you know you love Lawrence? Explain it to me with proof now.
Oh, please. Anubis, what was the...
It's an innate... No, I don't want to hear an oh, please. It's an innate feeling.
It would be nice to hear a thank you for literally anything we have done this entire fucking time. God forbid we want to check that you're okay. Now is not the time.
Anubis, what is the deal that you made with him?
That we would merge and live as one and carry on our days. And I requested, I more checked to make sure that I wouldn't lash out anymore. I would have killed myself if that was the answer. And I mean that truly. And he looks over at Ember. There's no nice way to say this, but you've been a constant reminder of suicide in my mind. I know that I am a danger to everyone around me. The only condition that I was to breathe another breath was that I could do what I wanted with my own self. So, I suppose he could have been lying the whole time, but this is what I have. This is what I am now.
So, you two fused together?
Yes, I don't.
Look like a deal with the devil, Anubis.
You guys get the sense that while Anubis is talking, there's an air of newfound confidence and charisma about him.
And you made this deal willingly?
I sure did. It was either we both died and everything was safe and fine, which I know is the preferable option. Don't think I didn't notice you already ready to have that knife before I even sat up. Or I get to live my own life on my terms and have a new power with it.
Dork will actually look at Ember. Just ask, Ember, can you just lower the knife for now?
No, I'm not putting it down.
Keep it there. Keep it there. I want this to be a visual reminder of our relationship.
Don't fucking I will throw you in that bottomless hole without a second thought. You fucking idiot.
Mm-hmm. And he just smiles a little bit.
You had a choice to end this. I'm not saying I probably would have made the exact same choice. But we're not supposed to make that choice. You could have ended this for us. Instead, what are you supposed to bring you back, away from hell? Who knows what goes up there? Who knows what part of that boss is still in there? Who knows what could happen? You don't know what I don't know what you unleashed, but you unleashed something terrible, and you're forcing us to unleash something terrible.
I take offense to unleash. I feel nothing unleashed. I almost feel not contained, but under control. I don't understand everyone's complete. This is the most control I've felt over myself in my whole life.
Okay, listen. Anubis, swear on the spirits of nature, on the very magic that binds you to the world we come from. Are you some sort of threat to the world? Or to us, your friends?
As far as I am aware and as deep as I believe, no. I'm not. I feel confident. I feel capable. He gets another smile again. I feel good.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
Same, I wasn't going to do an inside check.
Yeah.
Me too.
26.
Nice.
Flash of genius. I'm gonna make that 16.
15.
Everything that... Lawrence, you're still a little apprehensive, but Ember and Doric, everything Anubis is saying seems to be, you know, real, the right words, and accurate for the most part. There's nothing that's jumping out at you that's, you know, indicative that he is hiding anything.
I am not some
shoot.
conduit to be controlled anymore. It's not in my mind, it's in my soul.
I think he's telling the truth. Listen, he might have made a choice that some of us are disagreeing with. I would have never made a deal with a demon either, but listen, just from what Anubis has told us, he hasn't had a lot of choices in life. He went into this choosing to die if things went wrong, and he chose to live. He made that choice to make a deal.
It's not an issue of if he deserves it or not. Of course he fucking deserves to live. But I don't know if the world is safe with him in it.
Then
doesn't matter
maybe
if he
I
speaks
give
the truth.
you a similar choice that Voz gave me. We can either go together, or I can stay here.
I'm definitely not leaving you in a place like this.
Why not? If the issue is... Well, I guess you're the only one that believes me so far. The issue is that I'm still a demon and I'm still possessed by Voz, then let me stay in my realm. Let me stay where I can't do damage to the rest of the material plane, and I can be here and be myself and figure out what I can truly do. And if you feel like remembering me and coming to get me, which I understand if you don't, I am now a different being. But should you so choose to come back, or should I so choose to feel safe enough to come back, maybe then I could cross over. But if I truly do seem like a walking bomb, like I used to be, I guess that will be up to the humble heroes to save the plane.
Voz did plenty of damage sitting chained up in this room, so I'm not much comforted by that.
But you destroyed a decent chunk of what made him powerful. I honestly feel that if he had gotten to me any sooner, I wouldn't have had a choice. I wouldn't have been able to make a choice. The only thing keeping me afloat during that sink or swim were you and all of you. All of the damage that I've done, all of the hatred that I've tried to let out but never quite could. Everything else, all of my experiences, just everything human about me stayed human, for lack of a better word.
Anubis.
Oh, I was like, what?
Emrys just dies again.
Yeah,
Oh no.
Anubis.
I thought that was just a really dramatic pause. I thought that was really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was like, oh, man, we were really gearing up for this one. I like it.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello!
We can
Oh,
hear you.
my
Good,
mic
okay.
failed. Okay.
No, we're back
That was
now.
hilarious timing.
Okay,
It was
take it from
terrible
Anubis.
timing.
And
Yeah.
action.
Anubis, why did you immediately gave up? When we got
Gave
to the
up?
fight. When we got to the fight, we took every measure to try our best to keep you physically out of harm's way. And it felt like every action you took since we left this morning, God, it feels like forever, was to just give up.
Yeah, that does make sense. Internally, there's been this terribly strong magnet that's been yanking me towards here. I have no other excuse other than that euphoria and sense of possible relief just has overshadowed my rational thinking. I felt very confident in believing Boz that we would be fine. Maybe if he just wanted me and I just, sacrifice myself or let him just take over me and stay here, or whatever he wanted with me. Definitely does not make sense. No, you're right. But no one got hurt.
Who's died?
Emrys looks visibly upset.
Like, Emrys died.
Emrys died.
We brought him back. Literally. We almost died, but Emrys died, and well, I don't know what Emrys saw on the other side, but trust me, it's not it does something to you.
I agree.
I'm at like 30% health right now, so I'm still looking really bad. And my strength is also only like 1.
If
Skin and bones.
Yeah, I'm looking real wet and sad.
Diaphanized and emaciated.
That's so true.
Two fun words.
Anubis? I'm still holding the knife to your throat.
No, I figured.
The key to any good deal is giving the person whatever they want. And when you give them that, they ignore whatever else is part of the deal. This is what you wanted for a very long time, I think. For, in your words, the headache to stop. And I don't think you know what else you might have given up for that sensation. I don't trust that you haven't, that something terrible isn't gonna happen, that you haven't given up something you might even not know about, or this sense of confidence you've gotten. And this is not because I don't trust you or the goodness of your heart. I don't trust Voz, and I don't trust that you came to the right decision. I think you're a good person, but I think you just wanted it to end. And it ended.
And now it feels over. I feel just as Anubis as I do Voz, so all of your trust in me must also be equally hateful. I understand that. Then push the knife.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't. Why it wouldn't be better if I just finished this right here. They won't have time to stop me.
I've been trying since I woke up to describe how I feel. I've run out of ways to articulate myself. other than to just lead by example, but I understand how difficult that can be. I was ready for a new life, but if I made that choice in haste, I would trust you to correct me. And he looks over at Lawrence. I would trust all of you to correct me this way. If this is what you truly feel is the right path, I made my choice, as you all have said. Now it is time for you all to make yours. What will you do with me?
Ember.
I slice his throat.
Hey, hang on.
Right. Anyone wants to stop him?
Hang on.
If I feel the nice move, I'm moving into it.
I'm stopping him.
Okay.
Ember,
Yeah,
wait.
Please do.
Give me contested initiative checks.
$18.
Also 18.
I'm
has-
gonna.
who
Can I
has the
roll
hi-
to throw the rope?
Who has the higher dex score? And yes, Emrys, give me an initiative check.
I have a
Dork.
dex of 15.
I have 16.
Dork,
Okay, you go.
you're in the way. You stop him from slashing his throat.
Ember, wait.
I assume like you're holding back my hand or something.
Yes.
Emrys.
I got a nat 20.
Oh, okay. So even before any of this happens, you fucking Emrys, with your absolute instinct, you see the twitch of the blade, the flex of muscle, and you just instantly, you command the rope to bind Ember?
Yeah, I point at Ember and then I whisper the command.
All right. Ember, you are immediately bound by the silken rope that in any other circumstance would be exciting for you. And simultaneously, the blade is grabbed by Doric.
No!
Ember.
Anubis,
No.
you push your throat against the blade and get nicked just a little bit.
How disappointing.
Are you the same from when we started this journey? Are any of us the same person?
We made a deal. We both agreed on what we were gonna do if something like this happened.
And what's that?
Kill you. So I don't care about the introspective or the moralizing or anything else. We made a deal.
I didn't.
Oh, you made a deal and you're getting what you wanted more than most of all. Right? Isn't that what you just said earlier? When making a deal, you find what the person wants more than anything. Get what you want, Ember. Put the knife in my throat. Let him go.
You think
He's been wanting to do this for months. I don't think you want to kill me. I think you want peace of mind. And I will never be able to give you that while I'm around.
goddamn right I want peace of mind. And with you alive, I can't get it. You're not safe. You're a danger.
Emrys is gonna stand up and walk over to the argument.
But I guess doesn't matter now. Right? I just gotta wiggle a bit in the rope. Fine, you guys handle this.
It's frustrating not to be able to make your own choices.
Oh, shut up. Stop the pity thing. I don't care anymore. Ridden that long enough. I ran out of pity the second you made the choice. That devil. Pity ran out. Fuck off.
And Anubis,
Yes.
what do you want?
Agency in my own life.
You have that. What's next?
To practice it. I want
Why?
to see, now that I am uninhibited, How can I be in the world instead of hiding away in nature for however many years away from civilization? Maybe I can learn to go shopping. Maybe I can learn economics.
Now they have to kill you.
Why?
Did you hear that? My girlfriend goes, now they have to kill you because you're becoming a Republican. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Kind of real. You kind of sound like a Republican right now. Why? Why do you insist?
Free
On-
market economy.
Why do you insist on dragging this out then?
Dragging this out.
Yes,
Whatever. This is a binary situation for me. I either live my life with agency or it stops completely.
No, it's not. That's not how anything is. No part of harassing Ember into killing you is gonna get you any closer to your goal of living a life, unless you've decided that the best part of your great experiment is dying, which, newsflash, it's not.
Assy.
Oh, I do not feel that way. I agree. It's more, I felt like I ran out of my options and was at the whim of everyone else around me and was waiting for the majority vote. But I had a little bit of I don't know. I'm at an insane crossroads right now. 5 minutes ago, I could have chosen to die. That's still fresh.
Okay, well, let me make a couple points real quick while I have the floor and while I can still stand, because I'm sure my time in both of those things is rapidly decreasing.
Would you allow me to heal you?
Say that again?
Would you allow me to heal you?
I haven't deafened you, have I? You're listening.
No.
No, can you hear us?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's a roleplay. That's what we're.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Got you. I was like, no, I can speak. Okay, yeah. I'm going to cast, let's see, 5th level Cure Wounds on Emrys and just reach my hand out.
All right.
I don't want to move.
The same familiar, comforting magic of Anubis reaches out and touches you. There's a slight strangeness. When his hand touches yours, it is very cold. However, the mushrooms and fungus still appear. Closing up any... Yeah?
Can I reject it?
Wah!
You... I don't think you can. Actually, yeah. Are you well, okay, hold on. When are you trying to reject it? After he's touched you?
I'll do the... I'll smack your hand away. Not overly aggressively, but like...
Anubis, if you want to try and continue to heal Emrys after he's attempted to get away, you're gonna need to make an attack roll against his AC.
Yeah, no, this whole thing I opened with consent. I'm not gonna force a heal if he's
Absolutely.
gonna be mad at me for healing. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm not gonna make him mad.
Just giving you the option. But okay, yeah. So Anubis reaches out. You see a couple of spores start to glow and shimmer off of his hand. You smack it away, and he stops.
Well, that was a waste. I'm sorry.
You didn't cast the spell yet.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. You're just kind of in the beginning phases of it. Since you didn't get to touch Emrys, it didn't go off.
I'll decline. I'd like to keep the brevity of this situation around a little bit longer.
All right. Let's hear your points then.
This pity thing, it has got to stop. I'm not saying that you're suddenly been cured of all traumas and terrible things that's ever happened to you. Nobody here is gonna act like your life is magically amazing now that you're not constantly tortured by a demon, but taking it out on us as if we hadn't spent the last, week in various levels of hell for you, it needs to stop. If you have any respect for us as your friends.
Are you waiting for a response, or are you on the roll?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay. He just kind of looks down at his hands. He goes, I suppose I haven't expressed any gratitude. He just looks up to everyone and says, I think of you all as my best friends. And I do appreciate the risks that you all have taken for me. And I understand how selfish it is to have thrown away, or to have seemed to have thrown away that opportunity.
I don't want you to die, Anubis. If I wanted you to die, I wouldn't have come down here. I just don't think anyone knows what to do next.
I unfortunately feel that the only next step is to trust us.
Honestly, I agree. I think we have trust.
On the topic of making deals, I would say let's make a deal for if the bottle ever becomes uncorked, let's say. If I ever am to lose control, there will be no more conversation. I will want you to kill me, because that was my deal with Voz, is that there would be no more wanton violence of possession and taking over and hijacking my body. But if for some reason this deal with my demon is indeed as deceptive as they usually are, then I would ask sincerely that you take my life, not out of pity, but out of safety for others and yourself. And I will have truly made the wrong choice.
Dork will look at everyone else. Listen, we've all been taking risks this entire time we've known each other. Incredibly dangerous risks, stupid risks, and some risks that, well, they now involve the entire world. And perhaps, yes, trusting in this new situation is another risk. But you know what? It's a risk I am wanting to make. So for once, I'm actually going to be hopeful. And you know what? I'm glad Amber stopped me from finishing him off, because I don't want to kill my friend. And Ember, I know it is terrifying to trust something that could be dangerous, but just trust us, your friends.
No. No. Not making a deal. Not a... They're all fools. Stupid Anubis is a naive fool, the rest of you fucking cowards. Letting this happen. I don't care. I don't care about trust. I don't...
What,
If
you
we
think
let
you're
this-
safe? Do you think you're safe anywhere in this world? Truly safe?
No, of course I fucking don't. And? You want to make it more unsafe? You want to add to it? Why?
You really think we can add and subtract the safety of it? We are literally in the eyes of a dangerous cult that was able to destroy a moon.
If that's what you think, why are we doing anything? If we have no effect upon this world, then why do we try to do anything? Why don't we just sit down and die? Right?
Trust and hope, that's why. And I'm going to choose to have those.
Sorry. Ember makes a slight point of, I will not be the same. I'm not the same Anubis that you would put your trust in before. I do want that out there. I think Ember's caution is extremely justified. However, I'm ready to... I guess this is a weird situation to say this, but I'm ready to be my own person.
There is no sense of lying or secrecy in that statement that any of you sense.
Are you ready for any consequences that come along?
Absolutely.
Come on, Ember.
Despite and while I am trusting you, Anubis, just remember... while I am trusting you, I am hoping that things will turn out to work in some strange way. If something bad does happen, then I will hunt down whatever evil comes out of it, and I will show no mercy, just like I did to that shadow demon.
Good.
How many people and how many cities, how many worlds do you think can be destroyed until you have time to do that, huh? Well, how many lives are you willing to risk on hope and trust? Really? Is that what we're doing now? That? Give me a number. I'm serious. How many?
DM, can I roll a history check to see how many people died in my village that day?
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
11.
11.
Use flash of genius.
Sure. Normally, no, you wouldn't, but yeah, go for it.
Alright, add +5.
60.
It was about 10.
I would say 1, Ember. Because last time it took 6 gods, 2 women, and 2 children for me to figure it out.
Now you've accepted more of him into you, and you think that gives you more control. Sure.
Lawrence.
I look away from Anubis and I look at Embers and Lawrence.
gonna say, Lawrence, what have you been doing this entire discussion?
What say you?
He is distraught, to say the least.
Lawrence, give me a give me an insight check with advantage.
I don't even need advantage. That's a nat 20 plus 1.
Yippee!
You feel inside of yourself, and you think back to the very similar, if not exact same decision you made in the Maw. And you feel something.
I don't know what to call you anymore, because you are certainly not Anubis. And there's a very strong part of me that resents you for posing as our dear friend Anubis when you are not him, when you have killed him and become something new. But you're not Voz. You're something else. We don't know what that something else is. And I think if we are to make a difference in this world, we can't make positive change with hatred and division. We need to maybe not trust, but we need to give people chances. And that's coming from me viewing you not as my friend Anubis, but as someone new, someone deserving of a second chance, or just a chance in the first place. So while I hate you, my vote goes towards letting you live. But if you have the slightest hint of a violent streak like Voz had, then you can expect us to hunt you down.
A big smile comes across Anubis's face, and he says, I understand. I would expect you to do that.
Even seeing that smile, he looks pissed.
Yeah, it's definitely not like the same smile that Anubis would normally have given before. It's a little bit more wide, a little bit more... not wild, like unhinged wild, but just like not as small boy reserved.
Well, that's definitely better than I put my reasoning.
You are correct that I guess I am no longer your friend Anubis, but in that same respect, I am no longer the shadow of Vozorath. Would it be helpful if I donned a new name?
Is that what you want?
If I'm honest, I don't really care. Anubis does not ring terribly more recognition than it does just a memory of how I used to be called, but referring to myself now is a different experience. I have different emotions, it's like moving into a new house. I know that my things are here, they're just in different spots, and I can move things around differently. I just need to get used to my space is all.
Well then, if you do have your agency that you sought out so much, then that's a choice for you to make. Not us.
I suppose you're right. I'm gonna look over at Lawrence and smile a little bit. He said, hate sounds, well, Hayt. Hate.
Hate. I won't say it's nice to meet you, but we have met.
The pleasure most certainly is mine.
Could you at least add an E to the end so the word is balanced?
Really? That's your fucking concern?
Anubis is gonna furrow his brow just a little bit and say, balanced.
Yes, phonetically.
If that is how phonics works, then I suppose you have a better understanding of literacy than I do.
Lawrence
It's
is
just personal
going.
preference, but
Lawrence is going to take out his necklace of remembrance and write Anubis.
While you're at it, can I take out the note?
Oh,
Sorry, say that again?
yeah.
Yeah. And Hate's going to reach in his little pocket and say, if this is truly the departure of Anubis, I would like to lay him to rest. I was prepared to die today. So, yeah, hand the note over to Lawrence.
All right, Lawrence. I'm sending you something in your DMs.
Hashtag note reader.
I'm not gonna cry, I promise.
This file exceeds the size limit. Fuck you. I got it.
File too big.
It's a doozy. Give me a second, I need to compress it.
it's okay. If you cry, I'll cry, then we'll be twinning.
Yeah.
Go nap.
God. I know this can be my end. I feel different than most people, and the gap gets bigger as time goes on. I want to control what's inside of me. Everybody in the Humble Heroes has been my friend. People in my hometown know me as a monster. Please remember me as your friend. Tell everyone about the good I can do. Ember, I'm sorry I stressed you out, and Emrys, a lot. I now know what class and money is, Doric. Oh, sorry. Emrys. Wait.
Yeah, the punctuation's fucked.
Sorry, this is hard to read. Emrys, I now know what class and money is, Doric. Not sure. Is always on your side.
Nature.
Nature is always on your side.
Spelled Naychur.
Thank you for your patience when explaining the world to me. Lawrence. Lawrence, thank you for everything. Now I can write this for you. Please put my name in your book. Fuck you. Fuck you, Lily.
Oh, God.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
He folds it up and he puts it in his necklace. Rest in peace.
May he rest in peace.
Well,
Well, now that that's been brought to my attention, Emrys, would you like healing? I figure cross-planar travel will feel worse with lacerations all over.
Yeah, sure. I've got a date anyway.
Then let's make sure you look your best. And if you allow me, I'll cast that level 5 Cure Wounds.
Yeah, go for it.
His hands are cold and unfamiliar, but the magic is it's familiar. The spores take hold.
31 healing.
The spores take hold and coat your body, cling to your wounds, and stitch you up, just as your friend Anubis did.
Does anyone else need patched up? I didn't exhaust myself during the fight too terribly badly.
Thank you, Anubis. Hey.
It's all the same, absolutely. After all, you are my friend. And I appreciate everything that you sacrificed for me.
I don't think we're friends yet. We'll have to get there.
Of course.
If you're no longer Anubis, then I accept that as that is the reality before us. If nature is truly on my side, like he said, then I would be a fool to fight the change before me. There's no way in hell that I'm going to destroy and squash the last vestiges that our friend left us.
Oh, I wanted you to have this. And then he's gonna go in his bag and pull out the diabolical ironclad beetle that we had from like a while ago.
Yeah.
The diabolical ironclad beetle or the zombie beetle?
You know what? You can have both.
So Emrys pulls out the pearlescent beetle that Pyroa revived all those months ago, and also pulls out the diabolical ironclad beetle, which I think is like a gray kind of spiky beetle.
Yeah, it looks like a rock.
Yeah, that Emrys got the second time you were in Shirok. Hands him out to
Yeah,
you.
I just throw fruit at him every once in a while and they eat, so yeah.
Thank you. I wish I had something in return for you, but to be honest, I only brought what I had in that note.
No, you're fine. You're here and we're all alive, so this is as good as it was gonna go in my mind.
Dork is actually going to turn to Ember, just crouch down where he's kind of tied up. I know you're scared. And don't try to deny it, please. And I know you don't want to trust right now. But can you just do it anyway?
Please.
I will not make a decision that could cost our lives based on hope and trust. It's not enough. My will is not gonna happen here. I'm tied up. I've come to accept that. I'm not gonna go along. I'm not gonna act happy about this. We're making a mistake. You are all making a mistake. Stand by it.
Very well. All right.
I'll walk over to Ember. I'm sorry. And then he'll undo the rope.
I don't forgive you.
That's fine.
And, how do I say this in a polite way? You will have to knock me out.
I'm gonna look
I'm
over
giving you a warning.
I could
What?
tie him back up and you can carry him, or I don't know.
I'm giving you the courtesy 5 seconds before I do what's right.
Okay. Emrys is gonna waggle his finger in a little circle, whisper the word, and he's tied up again.
Just falls down.
Or we'll just sigh. I'm going to get Dearest standing again, and then I'm going to take us home.
Can Dearest carry Ember? Is that too much right now?
He will be. And Dork will take out his hammer. He's going to sacrifice a spell slot. And over the course of 1 minute, he is going to almost sort of like half hammering his hammer, half like conducting a symphony or something. He is going to just wave it around and reassemble as much as Dearest as possible, mending where he needs.
Great. Yeah, Dearest is back up and working as much as he can.
All right. Is everyone ready to leave this place?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll just look at everyone, and Dork's eyes are gonna linger a bit on Hate. And just nod, and he is going to take out a tuning fork and a golden ring, or I guess a double ring with how that thing looks, All right, I'll try to be much more gentle than Nar was. That was quite creepy. But to be fair, I've never done this before, so I guess we get into a circle.
Okay. You get everyone into a circle and begin to channel the magic through the ring, or from the ring into the tuning fork. And it's powerful magic you can sense. Way more powerful than you've ever experienced, but since you're just the conduit, you get a fraction of the sensation, and it feels invigorating, feels exciting. Everyone touches hands, links hands however you want, and the ring flares with a burst of magic. A single chime is heard, single clear tone from the tuning fork, and you quickly see everyone get disassembled into string and disappear. The sensation is much the same as when you were sent here. Very, very fast travel with no body, no sensations, just the movement. And rather quickly. Passage of time is strange, but it doesn't feel very long. You slam to a stop, and you all have arrived. That's where we'll end the session.
God.
Whoa, holy shit.
So, holy shit.
That was a lot.
God.
Housekeeping. First up, everyone gets inspiration.
Yeah, thank you.
Yippee.
Second up, there were a lot of high emotions. Everyone is feeling okay, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Tired and stressed.
I was also gonna give a checkup and be like, everyone's cool.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit like I've just been out running.
Ember is quite the asshole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Traumatized asshole.
I was hoping
I don't.
I was hoping he would come around to it, but you know that's not always the case. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
I heard God in the wind just once in a while going, come on.
I was expecting that to not go over well with Ember, like basically at all, because how I existed currently was
What the hell was
like
that?
towing the line.
It sounded like someone just had a gunshot in the background.
Oh wow.
Sorry, that's how I relieve stress.
That was
Yeah,
all
guys.
the
One
farting
second.
build up. Yeah.
Third of all, congratulations on defeating, well, nullifying Vozorath and completing the Carceri arc, as well as completing Anubis's backstory arc. And fourth and finally of all, congratulations on reaching coolness rank 13.
Yay!
So
Yeah, sorry guys
congratulations.
for like immediately dying.
Yeah, that was definitely your fault. Like, no, you're good. What are you talking about?
Emmer's had a
No,
good
I
little
truly-
chat. Emmer's had a good little chat too.
It was
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
it ended up being really good for like story and roleplay reasons, but I sat here and I was like, damn, I really just threw away that turn for no reason.
You're right, you and me both, bestie. We're just throwing ourselves to ragdoll.
What
Right.
happens? All right, now I
Just
got
for the plot.
now I still got to kill Dork and Lawrence. So
Yeah. You need
Oh.
to diff talk too.
yeah. Okay, level 13. If you have any questions, let me know. But I think I should be good for a session next week or the week after, so keep an eye out. Thank you, everyone. I super appreciate playing with you guys. You guys are the best players I've ever had. And thank you, players. Thank you, spectators. And I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, DM.
Very much thank you, D.
Till next time, friends.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.